Hello everyone and welcome back to the Honeysolchile Bottega channel. I am Melinda J and I am here to help people discover, analyze, and heal their blockages through self-compassion. So this reading is going to be for Libra season coming up, just to feel the energies on what is going to just feeling the energies of what's in store as Libra season approaches. Please keep in mind that all readings that I do on the channel are for entertainment purposes only, due to everything is not set in stone, because you have the choice to be able to change your mind or do whatever floats your boat. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the message for Libra season. This could be Libra placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, all the planets like Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Mars, North Node, South Node, Lilith, you name it. Just whatever the message applies to. But overall, we just gonna get some energies, some messages of what is going to be in store for Libra seasons, because Libras are all about balance and harmony. Okay, these two cards is coming out. So for the Libras this season, we have the Castle. It's time for healing, not war. Okay, that is very interesting. It is time for healing, not war. And we have the number 3 here at the top. And number 3 can deal with some growth. It can deal with collaboration and some sorts. That's interesting. That's the interesting card that's being pulled right now. And then also we have sundress. Do it for you. And with that 41 being reduced down to the number 5, that can deal with some sudden changes, whether it's good or bad. So as what I'm getting right now, based on these two cards, it just seems like as changes are coming, and you hence this card here, you see the snowflakes, and winter is approaching soon, but we haven't even made it to fall yet. Okay. We haven't even made it to fall yet. Then we have these mountains in the back, so there could be some trials, some tribulation, ups and downs as you embark in some changes as well. And then from this picture here, you see this woman here. It seems like she is in some sadness, some despair, sorrow, and in the background you see parts of the castle being destroyed and just left with ashes to ashes, dust to dust type of thing. So, yes, these are very interesting cards that came out today. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, we have feather. Think before you judge. And with the number 26 being reduced down to the 8, that could be with confidence, success, power, infinite energy that relies around these areas. I feel like I need to zoom out just a little bit, just a smidge, if the camera will allow me. Okay, here we go. Much better. So I can go up a little bit. Okay, now let's go ahead and clarify it with my Psychic Tarot deck, with the Psychic Tarot deck. So what is the current energy? Let's clarify this. The current energy for the Castle and the Sundress card. What is the current energy for the Castle and Sundress card? We have 5 of Pentacles. And then let's follow through at the top. Disconnect and boredom with the Four of Cups. We got 5 again. Ooh, it's a lot of changes. A lot of changes. A lot of changes. I got 555 energy. 555. Feel free to look that up in your spare time, peoples. And then we got Solitude, the number 9, which is the Hermit card in regular tarot. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so with the five of Pentacles, financial and material changes. So, as I'm seeing with the 5 of Pentacles, of course, the number 5 deals with sudden changes, whether they are good or bad. When it comes to the Pentacles, it deals with money, assets, your generational wealth, material things, and the signs associated with the Pentacle suite is Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. Okay, so. And then the fact that this card here is highlighted, or just the border is red. Red is associated with the root chakra, which deals with security, survival, stability. So, and for the current energy, it just seems like there could be some financial and material changes, whether it's on the good aspect or on the bad aspect. So let's go ahead and clarify that with my DIY personal, DIY personal deck. So we got 4 of Pentacles that came flipping out. That deals with natural gifts are abundant, being conservative with your resources, and being generous. So it seems like as the collective possibly could be going through some changes, and now is the time to be generous with your resources. Generous meaning hold on to your resources where you need to hold them, and when you feel like you want to give, then you can go ahead and give. You shouldn't be forced to give. You shouldn't be forced to give out of your heart, out of the kindness of your heart. That should be a natural thing. So also try to tap into your gifts that source, creator, God has given you as well, because that could also provide you some financial changes, some material changes as well on the good aspect. However, on the negative or bad aspect of material and financial changes with the 5 of Pentacles, that is definitely dealing with feeling left out or dealing with some sort of financial loss. Now is the time to do some financial budgeting and figure out what resources you need to get rid of, and what miscellaneous stuff that you need to get rid of, and what stuff that you would like to consider keeping. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from that. Let's see if there are any more cards coming out. Thank you. Page of Swords came out as well, which it deals with unearth new truths about yourself and excitement and curiosity through a course of studies. So as I was saying, as I was shuffling the deck, that try to tap into your gifts, because that can offer some truths about, it could spark some truth about yourself on whether you want to continue on with that passion or field of study or not. Okay. And lastly, we have the 4 of Wands, and that's talking about savoring the process of putting down roots as you tap into the gifts that Creator, Source, God has given you. As well as once you're doing that, it can bring some newfound of fiery passion, or just give you some clarity over new truths that you're going to experience within yourself as you're tapping in. into building your stability, your financial material stability. And once you're doing that, it could bring a newfound passion. All right, because the wands is all about passion, action, ambition, inspiration, excitement, etc. Okay. And then at the bottom of the wands, we have Page of Cups, which brings childlike energy into getting in touch with your inner child by finding playful ways to express yourself. So that's beautiful. It can also bring some form of childhood healing, or healing that childhood womb that has been disturbed or just brought some form of trauma in your life. Okay. Now, for the Four of Cups that came out with this discontent and boredom in the space where, hold on, y'all. In this space where, let's see. Okay, so with this, this third card here is dealing with the energy that you need in order to match the vibration that you would want when it comes to achieving your desires. So with this Four of Cups here is dealing with some discontentment and boredom. So to some hindsight, you may be over a situation. And let's get some clarification on that. You may be over a situation to where it's leading some sort of doubt, or you're just feeling, because the cup suite is dealing with feelings and emotions. You just feeling like you're really over it. Even though you have the rainbow that's highlighted in this card at the bottom, right? You're not seeing the rainbow. You're still stuck on that energy of feeling like, I don't want to do this anymore, and I don't want to be the reason why type of energy. So all three of these cards came out. My goodness. So we have the Empress card, which talks about creativity, growth, and expansion. This is Venetian energy with love, beauty, and money. And the purpose of this Empress card coming out is to practice self-love and engage in more creative activities. Okay. And following that, we have the Eight of Swords. That is, you're feeling trapped in your situation because the swords, this is air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius are the zodiac signs that are associated with the swords suite. It deals with the mental and intellect. So with the Eight of Swords coming out, it feels like you've been trapped in a situation that no longer serves you. So basically you're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but you really want to get out of a situation. And now is the time to release yourself and reach out for help if you don't have it, because you don't want to be alone when you're trying to step out of a situation that no longer serves you, because you don't want to leave yourself in a mental abyss of self-sabotaging energy. Okay, and follow through with the Five of Cups, which is also feelings and emotion. You're grieving, you could be possibly grieving over something, which could lead in some sort of isolation or sadness or depression. That should be acknowledged and treated with a licensed professional. But it's important to have patience with yourself. So when you're in this energy here, in order to get out of it, you need to take care of yourself, practicing self-love, so you can get out of feeling trapped in your head. Don't forget to reach out for help if it's necessary. A spiritual advisor like myself, or a licensed professional therapist, so you can be able to get the treatment that you need and get out of the Five of Cups grieving, isolated energy. Okay. Now, on with the fourth card, we have obstacles and challenges. So with the fourth card is all about how to get into alignment. So right here is the energy you need, but really you don't need that Four of Cups energy. You to clarify that Four of Cups, you need to be in this Empress energy, the feminine, the divine feminine energy. And yes, everybody has feminine energy. Tap into self-love, loving yourself, self-worth, self-acceptance, so you can get out of that discontentment and boredom energy, so you can get out of these obstacles and challenges of basically how to get into alignment. So that's the importance there. Once you practice self-love, you can be able to start the healing process and get out of and overcome the obstacles and challenges that is coming into play. Because again, we dealing with fives. We dealing with a whole lot of five energies within the Libra season. It just seems that way. Okay, and you see this person in this image is like he wants to jump over, but he doesn't, because he's in fear that if he misstep or take the wrong step, he'll end up going down into the river. And it's important to take that leap and jump over that gap so you can be able to overcome the obstacles. All right. Oh, we got the Hermit card at the bottom, just like over here. Now, to clarify the obstacles and challenges, we have the Moon card, which deals with Hermit energy as well. Hermit, Piscean, even though the Cancer astrological zodiac sign is associated with the moon, but with tarot is Piscean energy because it's dealing with the unknown, secrets revealed, the subconscious, right? So with that, clarifying this, it is talking about examining self-deception, fear, shame. Shadow work is needed because you are evolving and expanding your consciousness on a spiritual path. That's what I was talking about before the cards came out. The Queen of Swords came out in reverse. So when it's on the upright, that means you're standing up for your beliefs and you're not shying away from sharing your wisdom to others. However, since it came into the reverse, it's on the flip side. You're not at that stage where you're able to stand 10 toes on your ish, right? Because of the limited beliefs, because of the fear, the shame, and the deception that is clogging your mind right now. It's important to become this upright of the Queen of Swords, because right now it's at the reverse. It's important to be able to stand in your beliefs and don't shy away from sharing your wisdom, because you never know, it could help somebody else in the long run. Following through that, we have the Emperor card. I just talked about standing 10 toes because that's what the Emperor is all about. It's all about stability, Aries, individuality, personal power within self. And it's time to utilize an affirmation of self-empowerment to take up more space and take charge of your life. Okay, so as you overcome these obstacles and challenges of facing your fears and self-doubts and doing your shadow work, we can go ahead and, stand in your beliefs and be able to relay your wisdom of what you have experienced, what you have endured, so you can be able to hold space for others with this Emperor card, okay, and take control of your life. Now is the time more than ever to do that, especially with all these fives and all these changes going on. And hence the Two of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck, and once that happens, you may struggle into finding the right balance between social and work life, but it's important to choose between passion about what you think you should be doing instead of what others think you should be doing, okay? All right. And then flowing right on over to emotional withdrawal as the last card. And this is with the fifth card. This is a section of letting go of how. What you must do to release control of the outcomes by staying open to unlimited number of ways in your desire. So the reasoning of letting go of the how is with the Eight of Cups coming out with emotional withdrawal. It seems like to me some healing needs to come into play. Hence right here it says it's time for healing and not war. Okay? Be tapped into your feelings. Be tapped into your divine feminine divine feminine energy. Okay? And connect with yourself so you can be able to overcome those trauma events, those trauma circumstances, and take charge of your life. Now let's clarify this. Clarify the Eight of Cups because it's dealing with emotion and feelings. Okay, we got the Hierophant coming out. Oh, excuse me. We got a Temperance. My bad. It does have Hierophant energy. We got Temperance. Ace of Wands. Six of Swords. Chariot is at the bottom, which deals with Cancerian energy, taking your spiritual practice to the next level, as I was saying that before. Okay, so to clarify, the Eight of Cups, emotional withdrawal energy is Temperance for one. Sagittarian energy with dealing with adventure, seeking higher wisdom, truth, optimism. Now is the perfect time to connect with the divine and welcome messages that you receive. It's important to surrender to the plans of the universe, which is what this person is doing in this image here. And following through that, we have the Ace of Wands. Once you surrender to the will of the universe, with the Ace of Wands coming, some travel could come into play, but it could be the start of a beginning of a new or health fitness routine that you can do that could bring you some newfound confidence and excitement. And following through that with the Six of Swords, once you begin to find your routine, find your purpose, find your sense of self-worth, self-acceptance, and continue to loving yourself, it can bring a new level on your spiritual healing. And it's a great period of peace after much struggle, which is definitely what is indicating in the spread here. Okay. Because what is not seen at the bottom of the deck is time. Now's the time to take your spiritual practice to the next level. Gain some movement and traction. Start building a personal relationship with you, source, you and creator, you and God, because it's going to guide you through the phases that you is going to guide you through the phases of those ups and those downs, as I was explaining in this image right here in this picture. And you see this person is in despair right now because everything has crumbled. It's like a tower moment. That's how I need to compare this card. It's like a tower moment. And due to the fact it's a castle card, y'all can put that into play. And due to the events that has transpired in the last couple of weeks, if you get my drift. Now, to conclude this message, let's see what lesson could be learned. What is the soul lesson that could be learned for the collective during this Libra season? And I forgot to read the guidebook for these two cards up at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and do that before I wrap this reading up too. We're going to bring it on in, reading those top 2 cards from the guidebook. What is the lesson that is being learned for Libra season? Envy. Woo. Humor at the bottom of the deck. I choose to focus on the lighter side of the life. Envy is the soul lesson that is going to be learned, or the soul lesson of the Libra season. Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Okay, I'm gonna start naming this reading challenges, because that's what is definitely highlighting. So with this envy card, it states you must learn to accept that the obstacles in your life have been chosen by you. To be jealous of the soul path of another person, to doubt your ability to judge what is best for you. It is human nature to covet the perceived luxuries of someone on a different journey, but to try to emulate him or her is not being true to your own guidance. You have chosen this life and these circumstances for this reason. By disregarding that and following in footsteps of another, you are only setting yourself up for confusion and disappointment. Hence that 4 Cups card that was highlighted. You never truly know what is going on in another person's life and what a personal challenge he or she may face. So to be envious is a fool's game. Be authentic in your inner voice, because only you know what is in your best interest. If you don't follow your own path, you'll have to reincarnate in an attempt to learn your original lessons again. And real quickly, let me read over these other 2. So for the Castle card, it says, don't burn something down to the ground unless you have a plan to build something better in this place. But it's too late for that, isn't it? You got angry, you pointed fingers, you called for war, and war was exactly what you got. Now that it's time for healing and reparations, what's your plan? You need to take the same initiative and determination you had when this started and figure it out. Never neglect your intuition. And for the 41 Sundress card, it says, when it comes to healing and recovering, make sure you're doing it for yourself, not for somebody else. Becoming too dependent on other people will only end in disappointment. People leave, friends drift, family members become estranged. Your reason needs to be bigger than them. And believe it or not, you are important enough to be that reason. Okay, enough well said. Now, I am going to conclude this reading for Libras of the energies that is flowing or could be flowing around Libra season. Please keep in mind that if it doesn't apply, let it fly. And this is for entertainment purposes only. But you can take heed of the message and see how it applies to your situation in the best way, shape, or form. So without further ado, I thank you all for tuning in to this reading. Feel free to leave a comment down below of your thoughts and opinions, okay, and how this resonates with you. All of my social media links are in the description box below. Please share this video so we can all each one teach one. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Make sure you click all so you can get notified on all future uploads. And as always, remember to love thyself, know thyself, soothe thyself so you can heal thyself. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.